I told y'all, didn't I? I just told y'all in a recent video. And these niggas clap back quick. They clap back quick. CPS removed Chrisean Jr., which is Chrisean's son, from the state of Maryland. Let's check it out. Enough for that.
Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in and tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you a brief update on Child Protective Services in Baltimore, Maryland. As of recently, Chrisean Rock got into a physical altercation in California alongside with Blueface, whom is on probation, and Child Protective Services were contacted after this altercation happened. Now, I know a lot of people may wonder and say, like, okay, Sean, well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, it's actually good news for Junior. Last week, Chrisean Rock was served a writ of summons, which is a court date that Child Protective Services with the state of Maryland filed against Chrisean. Everyone, and welcome back to your boy, the Sean Davey Way.
Whoa. So, Chrisean is already fighting a CPS investigation. When was we gonna know about that? When was we gonna find out about that? You're sitting there worried about Blueface and what he has going on, and you just got hit with a court date from CPS. Are you serious? Are we serious?
That Child Protective Services with the state of Maryland filed against Chrisean Rock. Now, we don't know the exact details about the writ of summons. It could be due to her having prior Child Protective Services in her life, meaning cases with them, and not finishing the process by closing the case. Could be a writ of summons. If Child Protective Services is requesting you do certain things and you have to meet that criteria in order to get the case closed. If you do not, then this is when they get the police and the courts involved. And that is when they will summons you to court so that you can either prove that you did said things or so that you have a battle of custody with the state, meaning
which means you ain't do a damn thing. If you getting called in court, that mean they done caught you not doing a damn thing. Man, she ain't gonna have nothing to show in court.
State removing Junior. So it is a high probability that that is what the writ of summons about. But we have a further update.
Pat me like I needed it. All right, Kitty. I can't wait to talk about your prostate. Cause look, I'm not Shira. Okay, I go for the kill.
You ain't got no bandages. You had surgery yesterday.
Yeah, he ain't had no bandages. I'm trying to figure out why.
Side note, as you just saw in that clip, Coach Kenny stated that Child Protective Services had just served Chrisean. So I wanted to put that out there so people don't think that we're just making things up. Shout out to All About the Tea for any update on anything about court or anything like that. Her, Corey Lombardi, they're all really good at keeping tabs on those things. So the update that I have is that Child Protective Services was contacted within the last 24 hours of what Chrisean Rock has had going on. And the insider that I speak to that is currently having a relationship with Chrisean, a platonic relationship with Chrisean, stated that Child Protective Services contacted the sister, which is none other than Tessa, having Junior right now, to come and remove Junior. Now, it's not the call that they stated, but they are trying to come and pick him up. It wasn't a wellness check. It was a more so of, is he there because we're coming to get him? So,
but we all worried about her pulling up to Nevaeh shit. Man, bro, all of Chrisean fans need to get on her ass, bro. She didn't tell y'all. I don't think she told y'all about that damn CPS investigation. Now they trying to pick up the kid. But they just can't seem. She can't seem to sit in one spot for them to come pick them up. Now it's all coming out, and watch, this gonna be the topic this week. Watch, I'm telling you, watch.
The Family Insider states that she is the one that has been keeping in contact with a caseworker in the Baltimore area and has been reporting.
So Chrisean ain't got shit to do with it. She not taking this shit serious. She got her sister dealing with it. Not Tasiki. She got the one that ain't got shit. I mean, that ain't got like a status. The one that's just, she be on the camera sometimes. I've seen her a couple times. The one that they talking about.
Anything that happens in a negative way to and or around Chrisean Jr. And since Chrisean is getting into brawls, since Chrisean is a part of stray BULLETs, hitting grounds and whatnot, that is enough grounds for Child Protective Services to move in and remove Jr. immediately. And it's not the action. It's that.
I told you, bro, it's all about that status, bro. When you a celebrity, bro, you got an image. You got an image to put on in the public. You want to make headlines for the wrong reasons? They gonna start attacking you. They gonna start attacking your character. They gonna start attacking your kids. Like, they treat this shit like a game and as if they kids.
Now, Child Protective Services has proof that Chrisean is abandoning her child to go and commit crimes. So that makes it more so of an emergency for them to.
And that's the ugly part. And that's the technicality that comes with the shit that I was saying. They gon', yeah, the shit was self-defense, cool. But that's still, like, nigga, she's still on the verge to losing her kid. And she still gotta get that shit proven that it was self-defense. You don't just walk in a fucking police department and they determine it the next day. Shit, if this girl press charges or some shit, you're gonna have to go to court.
Remove the child. Chrisean Rock had court this morning, but being reported that other people that were a part of the brawl is pressing charges on Chrisean and Blueface.
Oh, so
and
they
if
are.
you pay attention to the brawl that happened, Blueface also put his hands and feet on females. He did not just get into altercations with men last night. Females as well. He was backing Chrisean.
Man, this nigga Blueface. Man, is Blueface on papers? Because if he's on papers, it's ugly. He might have to go do a 90-day. He might have to go do a 30-day just for the violation.
Literally having her back in a physical aspect where he was putting his.
Shit, ain't Chrisean on papers? Oh my God, it is crazy. It is too much going on.
Hands on women, all for her. From what is being gathered, this is the third summons that Child Protective Services has tried to send Chrisean. Child Protective Services are not the police. In order to do these things, they have to do them.
Everything is adding up now. Everything is adding up. Whole time, she's trying to leave the country because they trying to get that baby. Whole time, she's talking about, oh, I'm moving out the country, because they trying to get that baby, and they know they can't do nothing about it if she leave the country with that baby. Okay. And she's under investigation for the year. Okay, so we got something to look forward to as well. That we gotta wait till she move out the country.
Legally and through the court system. If you send a writ of summons, you have 30 days to get it to the individual. If they do not receive it in 30 days, then you have to start the process over. Okay. So they've done this multiple times with Chrisean. This is how we know the apartment that she stays in right now is not in her name, because they would have been able to serve her there. They can't serve her anywhere that they don't know her to have a literal address.
Bro, she got all this money and be talking about all this money that she got, and she's still doing janky shit. This shit is janky as hell. You ain't got shit in your name already. You already ain't got shit in your name. CPS has tried to get at you 3 times to come pick up your kid. What is, like, why do you feel the need to live like this, bro? You could have a better life and be chill. Like, it's people really do be having mental problems like this. It's crazy.
The apartment, from what I have been told, is in Chrisean's godmother's name. So they have tried to serve her there. That did not work because they have to have eyes on Chrisean, a process server and or whatever other services that you are attempting to use to serve the person. This is the first time that they have locked eyes with Chrisean to be able to serve her, which happened at the gym. And if Chrisean would have shut her mouth instead of trying to insult Coach Kenny, he would not have said that out loud. But that is true. So at this point right now,
Yeah, you can't joke with them old niggas. You can't joke. Them old niggas, they start pulling shit out their ass that's too far. You can't joke with them old niggas.
in July, CPS is actively looking to remove Junior. So that is good news. Before, they were just reports. It went from reports to them moving forward. And if Chrisean does not go to court because she has been served, so she has no excuse, they're already taking Junior. See, the writ of summons that, in my opinion, what I believe that they sent her is what they send parents whose children have already been removed by the state. And then you do whatever protocol they have for you to get your child back. The issue in this situation is they have not been able to locate Junior, meaning the child protective worker knocks on the door, and when the door is open, Junior is there. It's been happening in other states too, where child protective services have made contact with Chrisean, in Arizona, Oklahoma, and California, but not in Baltimore. In Baltimore, that has not happened since Chrisean Jr. got removed temporarily the first time when he was under a year old. So this is now an ongoing investigation with Child Protective Services. They are looking for Junior, not for a wellness check, not to make sure he's all right, but to remove him. And
You see what you did, Chrisean? You done got your own kid took. Doing dumb shit, dealing with dumb shit, getting involved in dumb shit. Now your fucking kid's about to get taken. And then they really gonna make it hard for you to get them back because you wanna avoid them.
Chrisean would have to go through the courts in order to get Junior back. So technically, Junior would be a ward of the state if they can get him. They have to find him, to be able to remove him from Chrisean's custody and Chrisean's care. She has been hiding Junior for almost 2 years now from Child Protective Services. Okay, so this is good news. And the reason I state that is good news is because it's a high probability that Junior will be placed in a better situation instead of going through all of this. She loves her son so much, but she's down there putting her hands on people, risking her freedom to be away from the same son she's.
See, bro, I'm not the only person saying this shit, dog. I don't even know this dude. We ain't never looked at one of his clips ever. And he's literally saying the same thing I'm saying.
Swear she loves. She's already been incarcerated and removed out of Junior's life. Why keep doing that, right? And I believe that Child Protective Services agree. So now they are all over it, and I will keep you updated on anything.
Yeah, man. I think she did it to herself. We kind of seen this already coming. She was more worried about Blueface, and now that she got Blueface, now the baby about to get taken, and she's trying to get Blueface wrapped up into running away and doing all this other extra goofy shit that could lead him in jail as well. But man, it's crazy, boy. It's the blind leading the blind. Y'all let me know what y'all think.